Hi, everybody. This is Tom Harmon. It's homecoming here at Dallas, Texas, as the Mustangs under Coach Chalmer Woodard host the Longhorns from the University of Texas. Coach Ed Price's squad from Austin has been riddled by injuries, and the favorites in today's clash are the rambunctious Mustangs. SMU has won its last 3 games, and although losing to Georgia Tech 6-4 in the season's opener, the Mustangs held the Yellow Jackets to a net gain of 33 yards. SMU is a tough defensive unit, but their offensive attack also is plenty potent and explosive. The Mustang backfield bristles with Frank Idem, the squad's top ground gainer, and Jerry Norton, the squad's top punter, passer, and ball handler. Cheers of welcome greet the visiting Longhorns as they roll out onto the gridiron. The young squad from Texas, top-heavy with sophomores. A key man in the backfield is Ed Kelly. Big man on the Longhorn aerial attack is N. Gilmer Spring. A tense moment here at the famed Cotton Bowl as the captains meet for the flip of the coin. SMU hopes to keep wheeling through its conference race, but the Texans need this win badly. Need it to stay in the Southwest Conference fight. The two teams huddle on the sidelines prior to the opening kickoff, and there's plenty of dynamite hidden in both camps, ready to explode any time today. Southern Methodist wins the toss, elects to receive and defend the north goal. Buck Lansford kicks off for Texas. The ball takes a bounce, is taken at the 4-yard line by Idem. Comes back upfield following his interference, weaving his way away from the tacklers. He's still on his feet at the 28, the 30, and hit and rolled down on the 39-yard line. A nice return that time by Idem. So it's SMU's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. 6-man defensive line against them, T formation. Ball is handed into the fullback, Dale Moore, at right tackle for a gain of 1 yard. Carlton Massey making the stop. Mustangs ball now, 2nd and 9 on their own 40-yard line. Again, Texas moves into a 6-man defensive line. Split T formation this time. Quarterback, Dane Nutt, attempts to run the keep, but is hit on a smashing tackle by Doug Cameron for a loss of 6 yards. And the Mustang attack falters for just a moment. 3rd down, 15 on their own 34. Split T formation. Nutt takes the ball, flips it back this time to Idem. He swings to the left side, throws a pass far down the field, incomplete. So it's 4th down, 15 yards to go on the SMU 34-yard line. Mustangs come out of the huddle into the spread T formation. Quarterback barks his signals, looking over the defensive line. Now they shift into the punt formation. Left halfback Jerry Norton back in the kicking spot. The ball is snapped. Norton gets away his kick, coming far down the field. Womack waiting for it. Takes it on the 31-yard line. Starts to the left sideline, reverses field, spins away from one tackler, still on his feet, and is finally knocked down on the Texas 39-yard line. So the Longhorns have the ball now, 1st and 10 on their own 39. Operating from the split T formation. Left halfback Womack takes it, tries the right tackle spot. Loss of a yard by Jack Gunlock. Nice defensive tackle. So it's 2nd and 11 now on the Texas 38. Again from the T formation as SMU goes into a 6-man defensive line. Crossbuck this time, handed to Kelly. Kelly swings around the left end. Avoids one tackler, gets forward for 6 yards. Idem coming up from the defensive halfback spot to drop him. Another ground play picked up 2 yards, and so it's now Texas's ball, 4th and 3 on their own 46. They come out in the T formation, and it's a direct pass this time back to Doug Cameron, who punts far down the field. Idem takes the ball, moves up to the 20, to the 25, still on his feet, and hit and dropped on the 28-yard line. So the Mustangs now take over. 1st and 10. Split T formation. Quarterback Dwayne Nutt calling the signals. A look-in pass to the left end, complete to Doyle Nix for a gain of 9 yards. Womack making the tackle. A clipping penalty set the Mustangs back, however, so it's now 2nd and 25 on SMU's 34-yard line. Pitch back this time. Jerry Norton running to the right side. Passes out to the right side. The pass is complete to Item. And he moves down for a gain of 15 yards, just short of the midfield stripe. After an exchange of punts, however, it is now SMU's ball, 1st and 10 on the SMU 47. T formation. The ball is pitched back this time to Item, swinging to the left, has nice protection. He is going to pass. The ball is hit up into the air, incomplete. SMU now has the ball, 2nd down on their own 38-yard line. They come out in the spread T formation. Texas using a 6-man defensive line. The ball handed in this time to Norton into the center of the line. Fights his way forward for 6 yards. The ball is fumbled, but the official ruled that his knee had touched. Dead ball. Bill Branch and Jim Davis making the tackle. Mustangs now have it 3rd and 13 on their own 44-yard line. The fullback this time taking the handoff, swinging over right guard for a gain of 3 yards. Left tackle Buck Lansford wasn't fooled, however. Following the SMU punt, the next play that we pick up, it's now Texas ball, 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line. Ed Kelly takes the ball on a handoff over left tackle. Fights his way up for 4 yards. Jerry Clem and Bill Fox making the stop. However, after another play and a penalty, it's now Texas's ball, 3rd and 9 on the Texas 25. And again, they go into the punt formation. The long kick far down the field by Bill Long. Jerry Norton grabs the ball, looks for his interference. Swings to the right side, still on his feet as he avoids tackler after tackler, cutting inside, fighting his way up to the 43-yard line. And at the end of the first quarter, the score is SMU nothing, Texas nothing. As we pick up the play in the second quarter, now Texas's ball, 1st and 10 on the SMU 47-yard line. The Longhorns out of the huddle into the T formation. Flanker out to the right side. Fading back is Charlie Brewer. He's going to throw a pass. Shoots one downfield. The pass is incomplete. However, interference is called on the play, so it's a gain of 23 yards and a 1st down. 3 plays have picked up 7 yards, and it's now Texas's ball, 4th and 3 on the SMU 17-yard line. And for the first time this afternoon, the Longhorns are knocking on the door. Brewer again this time, passes over the center of the line to Carlton Massey, complete for 7 yards and a 1st down. 2 plays picked up 6 yards, and it's now Texas's ball, 3rd and goal on the SMU 4-yard line. The boys are really digging in. SMU up there with a 8-man defensive line. Womack takes the ball, veers off at left tackle, slides into the end zone for a score. The first touchdown of the game, and Texas goes out in front 6-0 over SMU. Texas will now attempt the extra point. Right guard Phil Branch will kick. Snap from center. The ball is placed down. The kick is up. But it is no good. Off to the right side. And the score is Texas 6, SMU nothing. After the kickoff, we pick up the play now. It's SMU's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. And the Mustangs are out of the huddle in the spread T formation. Texas using a 6-7-man defensive line. Reverse handoff this time to Frank Item over right tackle. And he is finally tripped up after a gain of 12 yards, but that's enough for a 1st down. Item gets 2 more yards, and it's now SMU's ball, 2nd and 8 on their own 44. Texas switching their defenses from a 6 to a 7-man line. Direct smash over the right guard position this time by Item for a gain of 9 yards and another 1st down. 2 line plays picked up 7 yards. And as we next see the action, it's SMU's ball, 3rd and 3 on the Texas 41-yard line. Flanker out to the left side this time. Ball is taken by the quarterback, kicks back to Don Miller. Don Miller following his interference. moving upfield, fighting his way up to the 31-yard line. A gain of 9 yards, and that's enough for a first down. And it looks for the time being as though the Mustangs are on the move. Red T formation. Texas moves up into a 7-man defensive line. The ball is taken by the quarterback, pitched back to left halfback Jerry Norton. Norton running to the right, passing across field. Down, way down to Doyle Nix. Incomplete. Nice defensive play that time by the Southern Methodist right halfback. Flanker out to the left side this time. Quarterback Dwayne Nutt fading back, passing a swing pass out to the right side. It's complete out to Norton. Norton still on his feet. Turns around, laterals back this time to Don Goss. And Goss is swarmed. For all of that activity, the Mustangs picked up 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 8 now on the Texas 29-yard line as Nutt fades back to pass, has nice protection. Passes downfield, and the pass is complete to right end Ed Burnett for a gain of 21 yards and a first down. And the Mustangs are on the march. 1st and goal now on the Texas 8-yard line. Flanker to the left side. Nutt takes the ball, fades back, runs out to the right side, avoids a tackler, shoots a pass downfield. The pass is complete to Jerry Norton on the 1-yard line. He turns it over into the end zone, and the ball game is all tied up. SMU 6, Texas 6. Now SMU will try for that all-important extra point. Sam Stolenrex, the boy who will kick it. A lot of tension here today. Snap from center, the ball is put down. The kick is up, and it's good. And SMU leads by a score of 7-6 as the clock runs out for halftime. The sky is overcast today, and intermittent rain has been falling, but it hasn't dampened the spirit or enthusiasm of this homecoming crowd. The Cotton Bowl at halftime spills over with color, gaiety, and excitement, stirring sounds and pleasing sights to entertain this football holiday throng. For the SMU partisans, it's especially happy as their Mustangs are leading 7-6. The Ponies were favored to take this one, but with the Longhorns showing up well defensively, the SMU aggregation may find the second half plenty rugged. Football games are never over until the final gun, and in a game such as this with tremendous rivalry and spirit, anything can happen. To start the second half, Texas will receive. SMU kicking off. Ronnie Case kicks off for the Mustangs. Long kick coming well down the field. Picked up there by Doug Cameron on the Texas 16-yard line. Swings across field, drops his head, drives forward to return to the Texas 38-yard line. Texas loses 6 yards in 2 plays, and as we pick up the play, it's now their ball, 3rd and 16 on their own 32-yard line. Red T formation, flanker out to the right side. On a fullback delay at the center this time, it's Doug Cameron finding a wide hole, booming upfield for 22 yards and a first down. Don Miller making the tackle. The Longhorns on the march now, 1st and 10 on the SMU 46-yard line. Charlie Brewer, jump pass over the center of the line to Carlton Massey, complete. Massey fighting for every yard, takes 4 or 5 tacklers finally to bring him down. Ground play brings 3 yards, and now it's Texas ball, 2nd and 7 on the SMU 32-yard line. Red T formation. Womack takes the ball, cuts over right tackle. Reverses his field, swings to the outside, still on his feet, goes up for 18 yards and another first down. Bill Fox and Norton making the tackle. Texas ball, 1st and 10 on the SMU 14-yard line. Mustangs move into a 7-man defensive line. Quarterback Charlie Brewer looking over the defenses. Long count on the signal, takes the ball on a quarterback sneak, pushes his way through for 4 yards. Don Goss making the stop. Another ground play, picked up 3 yards. And now it's Texas ball, 3rd and 3 on the SMU 7-yard line. Doug Cameron takes the ball this time, swings in over left tackle, cuts back, fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And Texas goes out in front by a score of 12-7. Bill Branch's conversion was good, and the score is now Texas 13, SMU 7. After the kickoff, it's now SMU's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. Quarterback Dwayne Nutt calling signals. Takes the ball, fades back, has nice protection. Shoots a pass out to the left side. The pass is complete to Doyle Nix, the left end. Nix is rolled out of bounds after a gain of 14 yards and a first down by Gilmer Spring. Ground play gets 2 yards, and it's now SMU's ball, 2nd and 8 on the 50-yard line. Texas swings into a 7 or 8 man defensive line. Nutt again has the ball, fading back, is rushed very hard, and is thrown to the ground by Gilmer Spring for a loss of 15 yards. SMU's ball, 3rd and 23 now on their own 35-yard line. Split T formation, 5-man defensive line against them. Fading back to throw. A screen pass out to the left side. It's complete to Frank Idem. Idem follows his blockers. Moving downfield, running very hard, crosses midfield, gets away from the and is finally thrown out of bounds and about the 40-yard line for a gain of 26 yards and a SMU first down. The play lost 4 yards, and it's now 2nd and 14 on the Texas 43. Nutt again calling signals as Texas moves up into a 6-man defensive line. Nutt takes the ball, fades back, has good protection, pass this time out to the left side, and the pass is intercepted by Phil Branch on the Texas 39. The Longhorns take over. A little damp and drizzly. The quarterbacks need to dry their hands. That ball is slippery. Ball handed off this time to Ed Kelly. Kelly cuts in at left guard. Moves forward for 8 yards. Frank Idem and Jerry Clem making the stop. A line play picked up 2, so it's now 1st down and 10 on the Texas 49. Charlie Brewer fakes a handoff, fades back. Spots his receiver, downfield, throws. A beautiful catch by Carlton Massey as he is rolled to the ground at about the 19-yard line after gaining 32 yards. That's why Mr. Massey is thought to be an All-American in a great many experts' books. Ball handed off this time to Kelly again over left tackle. Sheer power as he fights his way through for 5. Jerry Clem and Frank Idem making the stop. Texas continued to drive on as they picked up another first down. And now it's 1st and goal on the SMU 8-yard line. Brewer taking the ball, jump pass over the right side. The pass is intercepted by McElhaney on the SMU 4-yard line. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with Texas leading 13-7. As we pick up the play in the 4th quarter, it's SMU's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 14-yard line. Spread T formation. Quarterback calling the signals. Ball is handed in to the right halfback, Roy Pace, as he cuts around left end. He's tripped up after a gain of 4 yards by George Robinson. Mustangs have the ball, 2nd and 6 on their own 18-yard line. Texas moves back up in a 7-man defensive line. Ball handed into the fullback on a straight smash at center. Blake Tucker carrying for a gain of 2. Leighton Younger making the tackle. 3rd down, 4 yards to go on the SMU 20-yard line. This time the quarterback hands it off to the right halfback Roy Pace over left tackle. Pace cuts back, goes forward for 12 yards and a first down. Robinson making the stop. So it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 32. Ball is taken this time by the left halfback, Don McElhaney, as he cuts around right end. McElhaney trying to avoid those Texas tacklers, goes up for a 9-yard gain to the 39-yard line. Bunny Andrews making the tackle. Another SMU first down followed by 2 plays that gain nothing. And now it's SMU's ball on the 44. Quarterback Stolen Wreck passes out to the right side. The pass is complete to Alex Litkow on the 50-yard line. He fumbles, and Roger Layton recovers for Texas on the SMU 44. Sharp ball hawking this time by this Texas ball club. Longhorns now have the ball, 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of SMU. Split T formation. Nice fake that time as Bunny Andrews fades back, throws a pass out to the right side. The pass is complete to halfback George Robinson. Robinson still on his feet, is hit and knocked down. A hard tackle by Don Cole after a gain of 23 yards. But it's another Texas first down. Flanker out to the left side this time. Bunny Andrews takes the ball, fakes a couple of handoffs, fades back, shoots one out to the left flat. The pass is complete to John Jones. Jones goes down before being rolled out of bounds in a sliding tackle for 11 yards and a first down. This Texas ball club may be young, but they certainly have got the power today. 1st and 10 now on the SMU 11-yard line. Ball handed off to the fullback Bill Long over right tackle for a gain of 4 yards. Stolenreck making the stop. A series of short gains gives us a Texas with the ball at 4th and 1 on the SMU 2-yard line. Bunch in there very tight now. They're going to try this field goal. The ball is put down. Phil Branch kicks. It's up. And it's good. And Texas goes out in the front by a score of 16-7. After the kickoff, as we pick up the play, it's SMU's ball. First down, 10 yards to go on the SMU 20-yard line. Quarterback sends a flanker out to the right side. Texas moves into a 6-man defensive line. Ball is handed this time into the fullback on a cross bucket center for a gain of 1 yard. Buck Lansford and Herb Gray making the tackle. Now the Mustangs put a flanker out to the left side from the split T formation. The ball on the Southern Methodist 21-yard line. It's handed into the fullback, Don McElhaney, as he reverses his field through center. Picks up 10 yards and the first down. Doug Cameron making the tackle. Flanker out to the left side. The ball is on the SMU 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Split T formation. Again, it's McElhaney with the ball. Cutting to the outside at right tackle. Avoiding tacklers, finally driving his way up almost to the 40-yard line for a gain of 8 yards. Herb Gray and Charlie Brewer knocking him out of bounds. SMU's ball, 2nd and 2 on their own 39-yard line. Flanker out to the left side. Quarterback Nutt takes a handoff, fades back, has nice blocking protection, passes over the center of the line, complete to end Ray Berry. A gain of 8 yards and a first down. Southern Methodist trying to even up this score a little bit by taking to the air, send a flanker out to the left side now. Quarterback Dwayne Nutt calling the signals, looking over the Texas defenses, 6-man line. Nutt takes the ball, again he fades the throw. And the end comes in, and the ball is intercepted by Carlton Massey. And Texas takes over. So it's now Texas ball, 1st and 10 on the SMU 35-yard line. Beautiful defensive play that time. On a smash right at the center of the line, Doug Cameron into the center for a gain of 5 yards. After a first down and a penalty, now Texas ball, 1st and 15 on the 30, and this time it's Ed Kelly through the center of the line, driving very hard for a gain of 7 yards. Ray Berry making the tackle. This Texas ball club is really roaring today. Split T formation. Ball is handed into Womack as Womack tries to follow his interference. Not much of a hole there, but it's enough for a first down before Eric Nabel knocked him down. After a penalty and several losing plays, we pick up the play. It's now Texas ball, 3rd and 26 on the SMU 31-yard line. Nice bit of deception here as Walter Baum takes the handoff and swings around left end for a gain of 9 yards. Nutt and Fox making the tackle. Texas is penalized 5 yards, however, for delaying the game. And it's now the Longhorns ball, 3rd and 22 on the SMU 33-yard line. Dick Miller's pass over the center of the line is intercepted by guard Jim Smith on the SMU 23-yard line. But the ball game is over and the final score is Texas 16, SMU 7. Trailing at halftime by 1 point, the Texans roared back in the second half and decisively dumped favored SMU 16-7. The upset win was a big one for the Longhorns, and it keeps them in the race for the Southwest Conference Football Championship.